right, cool. What are you doing this week?
Well, Gary, welcome to this thrift store.
Oh, I love GB thrifts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. No. So I just figured we would kind of take a look around. Sometimes there's good video game stuff at these. One time I got the wireless guitar controller that I still use for my 360.
That's great.
A Guitar Hero 5 wireless guitar controller for $3 at the Goodwill that is nearest to my house. That's also where I got the Haunted House Sound CD.
Oh,
that I kept in my car. And when I sold when I traded the car in, I forgot to take the Haunted House Sound CD out of it. So somebody absolutely turned it on and heard Haunted House Sounds.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I almost say makes it almost worth buying a car to flip it to do that.
You're just looking for the Chrysler 200 that has the Haunted House Sound CD.
Yeah. Like Cinderella. This car was made for me. I love a Goodwill. It is a great place to get video games. It's a great place to get everything.
Yeah. No. So
got
I figured
a cute cow mug recently.
Yeah. I'll get you a cow mug.
Yeah, it's a mug with a picture of a cow, and the picture of the cow, it's eating, but its eyes are wide open, like it's really scared.
Girls love kisses with your eyes wide open.
Yeah, just skeleton kisses extreme. It's very cute.
Yeah, so. It was either a mug with a cow printed on it, or it was a mug shaped like a cow. I would have preferred the latter if I was shopping, but then a mug shaped like a cow would be hard to clean.
The thing about those novelty mugs is if you take cream in your coffee, which I do,
it's hard
it just
to gauge.
Opens up this. Yeah, it just opens up this whole. It just opens up this cleaning issue because it's like something's just had black coffee in it. In many ways, I don't care if it's clean. It's like I can rinse it and it's fine. But once you've introduced a milk element,
then all of a sudden clock's ticking, tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're thrifting.
So let me see here. Just I hate why do they have clothes sections of these things? Fuck that. This is a big vase. It's kind of cool. Got a geometric design. Something's rattling around inside it though. Hey Gary, lend me your head.
Ah.
Yeah.
Geez,
no, it's broken open. Yeah, I'm a dick now, Gary.
Yeah. Ow.
You know why? You know why? I planted that here because I'm a complete bastard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, look what's inside the vase.
It's a copy of a book. It's a copy of a book by Adrian Edmondson, the household name called How to Be a Complete Bastard. Haha. Fuck you, the game computer. I'm going to spit on you because there's a game called How to Be a Complete Bastard.
Yeah. Squirt, squirt, motherfucker.
Yeah, and Night Coal is out.
Yeah, Night Coal is out. I'm going to go all over you. Gary Butterfield.
I'm Cole Ross.
And this is Abject Suffering, where we swear we'll fucking come up with a catchphrase. You give us a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. I'm sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this, and I'm done with you. Yes. No, I'm not. Please come back, baby. I didn't mean
it. Baby. Baby, come back. It's what I like.
Anyway, this episode is our first ZX Spectrum game, Gary. So this is How to Be a Complete Bastard, suggested, demanded by Gary Kahn. Jerry Kahn?
Oh.
Jerry Kahn. Yes.
Yeah, Jerry Kahn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. This is definitely something from across the pond.
Ooh, this is ridiculously British.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of owns.
Yeah.
This is kind of awesome. If I came upon this when I was 9,
mm-hmm.
and I would have lost my mind.
Oh, absolutely.
For it. Because this is a cool game. And it is based on stuff I would have, I do like. So this is the guy who wrote this, Adrian Edmondson, is Viv from The Young Ones. In the early 2000s, I watched The Young Ones and really liked it.
Okay.
I haven't rewatched it. Again, that is a lifetime ago. But The Young Ones is funny.
Okay.
It is a good British sitcom.
Gotcha.
I mostly knew this fella from his work as Drop Dead Fred. I believe this is the guy who played.
Why don't I remember that? What is Drop Dead Fred?
That actually might have been another guy from The Young Ones. One of the other guys from The Young Ones was in Drop Dead Fred. Do you not know Drop Dead Fred?
No.
Okay.
Like I recognize the name of it, but like it might just be one of those. Yeah. Nope. Yep. Never seen it. I've absolutely seen the cover though, like at the rental store.
Rick Mayall, who's one of the young ones, is and the reason why I got them confused is he's the other kind of punkish looking one.
Yes.
Say what?
Oh no, and of course Drop Dead Fred because that's Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, it has my girlfriend, my internet waifu.
Right. Yes.
In it, and so Drop Dead Fred was a movie in the 90s that similar to there's a movie called Repossessed, which is like a shitty non-Zucker Brothers parody of The Exorcist.
Okay.
With Liam Neeson. Not Liam Neeson. What's the Naked Gun guy?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
the white-haired fella, Frank Drebin.
Frank Drebin. Let me see here. Starring Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen, not Liam Neeson.
Yes.
So like his brother or something. So
they pronounce and spell their names differently.
Spell and pronounce their names differently. But it was a movie that for some reason I saw a gabillion times.
Okay.
Right? And it's about this girl who has an imaginary friend named Drop Dead Fred. And her mom is a real stick in the mud and doesn't want her to have this friend. And she grows up, she like takes pills and she goes to therapy and stuff, and Drop Dead Fred goes away, but she starts having problems, and Drop Dead Fred comes back. And Drop Dead Fred is kind of a poltergeist and can influence the real world as well, but mostly just kind of does commentary on things. Like he's kind of got like the mask thing. He does like gross stretchy face things. His eyes pop out of his head like a cartoon. There's a part where he looks up Phoebe Cates' mom's skirt and goes, "Ooh, cobwebs," like looking right at her pussy. It's like, "Ooh, cobwebs." Because it's a dusty, unused pussy, like an attic and Alone in the Dark, and no one's gone up there. Is what the implication is. It's a survival horror pussy.
This great expectations ass vagina.
Yeah, just Miss Havisham just like wheeled out her ancient crotch and just presented it to. So I don't remember much of the plot of the movie other than like imagination is the message. Like it's not bad to have an imaginary friend.
Yeah, so it's a little bit like what it's a like Beetlejuice meets Peter Pan kind of thing. A little bit
like way worse.
Oh yeah,
but way worse budget, like way worse writing, all that stuff.
Yeah. But it stars one of the young ones. Is the young one just kind of like behave? Just a regular British comedy show where like somebody cross dresses for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's a lot more surreal than that. Like it's 4 young people who live in an apartment or flat together. And they just get in adventures, but there's really like weird shit. Like I don't remember a lot of it, but there's one thing where they have like a room in their house where Buddy Holly is hanging from the ceiling playing. Okay. And it's just kind of part of their house. They open the door and like there's a lot of like surrealism and kind of absurd humor to it.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. I would be into that.
So
I don't know why I was initially so dismissive of this, but
no, it's okay. Like it's you didn't know.
Yeah.
The young ones is legit. And this, I'm saying this just in case I don't know if any of them have been Me Too'd or anything, right? So if I'm like, if any of these people are convicted sex past, I just don't know.
Yeah, British television star from the 90s. You've got like an 80% chance that they might be a monster. So
just know that I'm saying this, I'm expressing this admiration without knowing. But anywho, so I guess one of those guys wrote this book. It's How to Be a Complete Bastard, and it's a joke book.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because that character is really an instigator.
He's an instigator, like Woody Woodpecker. Yeah. No, but it's framed as advice, like as a self-help book kind of thing. And the examples on the Wikipedia page are pretty funny. such as how to be a bastard student, join the Free Nelson Mandela Society, and demand your free Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just like a little, like a little joke book.
Yeah.
Like that functions as a joke. It takes the cadence of advice, but you're not going to, do that.
No.
You just read the joke. Like, oh, that's kind of clever.
Mm-hmm.
There's how to be a parent. It just says, what are babies good for? Filling their pants with shit. And okay.
But it's like it's just a big list of like antisocial behavior, that just has a fractured, twisted view on modern society.
Yeah. Holds up a funhouse mirror.
Yeah.
To that. Which is something that I appreciate.
Yes.
The book, like, I bet you this would be fine toilet reading.
Yeah, that's what
I bet you, if I see a copy of this in the thrift store, I'm going to grab it and just be like, oh yeah, what a bastard. But then it became a video game for the ZX Spectrum.
Yes.
And the video game it reminds me of like the Spy versus Spy game, maybe?
That is exactly the poll that I found.
Yeah.
It's like Spy versus Spy, but like with more adventure kind of components to it. It also, like, here recently, like, this is a better kind of just, I think, more entertaining version of Haunt the House Terror Town.
Yeah. I was about to say this has like Ghostmaster, Haunt the House stuff.
Yeah, because the concept is like you're this character that he's come up with, right? This fictionalized version of himself. Yeah. He has like gotten into a fancy party. And it's in this house, and you can navigate this house and interact with things and just do horrible things to the property and the people while managing these 4 different meters that you have. Drunkometer, the wee-o-meter, the fartometer, and the smellometer.
Yes, the 4 humors.
Yes.
And those things can kind of, if you have those up, they give you different verbs, right? So you need your fartometer up if you want to fart.
Obviously.
Makes sense.
Yeah, if you want to pee want to pee someplace inappropriate, you need the wee-o-meter up.
Untoward.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So you want to offend all of the party guests.
Yes.
By doing this. And there's part of this that I think is just kind of fun because I've talked a lot before about how, choosing one superpower, that's a perennial conversation for everyone, about how a cool superpower would be able to make save states in real life.
Oh, yeah. To have like shim in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. To be able to just click.
Yeah.
To have the powers of click.
See, the thing about click is you can only go forward.
Then you don't want it.
Right.
I don't want to go forward. Unless I have the dark gift. For this, it's like I would want to go to a party and just experiment being a complete asshole. Like, I sometimes will think I don't do it, but sometimes I definitely am not immune to like, what happened if I did this?
Yeah. It's kind of like everybody has thought like, well, what will happen if I take that cop's gun?
Yeah.
Right. So you've been so tempted, and then just okay, save state. If I die, immediately reload. There, fine, you're good. Before you make the choice, like how will this person react to what I say? Like this.
I'll do one better. If anyone dies, I reload.
Oh. So you're just constantly stuck in a loop.
No. I mean, if in the event of me taking a cop's gun.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, whatever. I mean, just you got to see. I mean,
like
what if it's Richard Spencer? What if Richard Spencer dies?
There's quite the trolley problem there.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like being quite honest, as like a white person in America, I could probably take a cop's gun.
Yes, yeah.
And then they'd be like, "Give me that back," and I'd be like, "I don't want it." And then I'd be like, "Answer me, like, how about I'll do it if you rub my back?" Or like, you have to do my dishes for a week, and he'd probably just do it.
Yeah, it's like I didn't bring up the cop's gun for like any kind of like social commentary reasons, but obviously we're gonna go there. I'm always tempted when I see a cop's gun. I just want to grab it.
Like.
It's like right there.
I can see what happens.
It's right there, and I know if I take that one, he's got one on his ankle holster. He's gonna come at me with it. But
but guess what? You got 2 hands.
Double disarm.
Double disarm. Double fisting. Double fisting cops' guns. Dual wield. So in this game, it's like you could just do all this stuff.
Yes.
You go through and it's pretty like it's kind of sim-like, like not in that events kind of run into each other, but that there's just a wide variety of things you can do.
Yeah.
Like I was surprised to find that I could, once I had super glue, I could glue somebody to the floor.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a good complete bastard kind of thing to do.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that seems jerk-like.
Yeah, you can
it's not just
go
on
raid the
things.
medicine cabinet. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, even though all medicine ever does is sober you up.
Yes. Which
is very weird. Like you're just taking pills, and
think about how many lives that would save.
Oh man, like an instant sober up pill.
Yeah.
I would be here for that. Like I'm going to bed. It's time for sober. Like, I do not want to wake up and piss 70,000 times tonight. So time for sober. Also, I love that when you're drinking the beer in the fridge in this, a piece of British slang I would like to make popular in America is pissed for drunk. I was just completely pissed.
Yes.
And like, I just like, I like that.
Oh yeah. That is very good.
I found out something interesting.
Okay.
And it corresponds to you.
Wait a minute.
No, it's about this. It's on topic.
Okay.
I guessed it on a podcast called A New Winter Cults and Culture, and I talked about Dark Souls 2. All
right.
The host Sam, who a lovely gentleman, was talking about in the green room was talking about how listening to Bonfireside Chat for him and listening to our shows is odd because there are things that we say that we don't know are British slang.
Okay.
And we describe something as low effort, and we say tossed off a lot. And he said like tossing one off is definitely like masturbation.
I've heard
on
that
his
before.
side of the pond.
Yeah.
So whenever we're like, yeah, it just seems kind of tossed off. Like we're saying like it seems like it's like jerked off or like,
but I mean,
shooting a fly and making spray.
Shooting a fly and making spray. Okay. Yeah. You're introducing a lot of things to the lexicon there. Yeah. But what's more low effort than jerking off?
Well, lots of things actually.
Yeah. I mean, just standing still and staring at the wall. But I mean, like, I don't know. I get
very few jerk offs done in my sleep, Cole. Like,
should I see a doctor about that? I wake up so dehydrated, Gary.
just dehydrated and just change your sheet budget is through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, so my sheets are through the roof too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
No. I mean, just in terms of because I don't have to put jerking off on the calendar. I just kind of do it.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just like understanding that we are accidentally referring to tossing off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, oh, like I guess, and we do that all the time without thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then I also interrogated him on the squeaky bum thing because I've always been fascinated with that.
But what's the squeaky bum?
British slang. So in British slang, so somebody said something on Twitter, and I was talking about this about like somebody's like, oh, this gave me squeak bum, or this gives me squeaky bum, and they're talking about Resident Evil 2. And squeaky bum is a state where you're so tense that your butthole is so tight that if you fart, it just makes a little squeak. And to people in Great Britain, isometric games are seen as acceptable. And they think that if you're scared, they say like squeaky bum or you got squeak bum.
Huh.
And I was like, squeaky bum sounds extremely dirty to me.
I don't know. It makes me think of a butt made of rubber, and I get really upset at that.
Yeah. I don't care for a rubber butt.
No, I don't want to go to the store and buy a rubber butt, Gary.
No.
Yeah, squeaky bum. I get it, but that does not sound like terror to me.
No,
it doesn't sound like stress.
It's just the rich cultural panoply.
Yeah, no, I just and the accents probably make the word sound different. It probably sounds badass and sophisticated over there, like over here. To say, oh, I was shitting diamonds.
Sure, yeah, which doesn't sound sophisticated at all.
Right.
No, it's like, okay, Tex. like okay, Yank. Yeah, that's not very sophisticated.
Yeah.
So here you're not doing anything. There's nothing sophisticated about it, but there is this kind of this specific kind of ribbled.
Yeah.
Comedy that this truck's in.
You find super glue and like you can carry it around, decide what to do. You can put glue on the loo seat.
Yeah. Yep. Glue on the loo. Mm-hmm. Everything when you find it in like a cabinet, you can take it or just throw it. Which is a very low form of bastardry. That I like a lot.
But I mean, isn't low in bastardry high, actually? Yeah,
sure.
Yes.
It's just not a very sophisticated.
Yes. It's a real tossed off. Kind of bastardry.
If you talk to people, sometimes you can knee them in the crotch. Like you're being very. It's not a subtle game.
No. What I don't understand, I lost this. So let's see here, Elliot, and then pie NDI guy. You can throw pie into somebody's face. Yeah, pie NDI guy. I have no idea what is a Britishism and what is like a quote. Like if that is his famous catchphrase, pie NDI.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The perspective of this game is fucking confusing as hell.
Oh my god! I had to like look up I had to look at the manual.
It's kind of amazing. I
mean, so it's 3D. And this is something that happened, like I associate this with microcomputer games, especially in the ZX Spectrum, where you see the same space, you see the same scene depicted from multiple different angles. And that is how they depict through 3 dimensions. So you have like the screen is bisected, like the screen, outside of the like meters on the outside, you've got a top screen, bottom screen. And like you move left and right on one and up and down, but on the other half of the screen, it just shows from a different angle, a different right angle. And so like on one of them, it may say like, why am I like, I'm in front of the refrigerator. Why can't I look into it? Then you look at the other and it says, oh, I'm actually on the other side of the room. That seems unnecessary to me.
It's very confusing. It's like a really confusing way, whereas it feels like doing this whole thing using all that real estate to do an overhead view would just fix it.
Yes.
You can tell when you were in relation to everything a lot easier.
Yeah.
From that. So it's very confusing. Once you get the hang of it, it's fine. But it looked like to me like it was showing 2 floors.
Yes.
Like it was like, oh, this is what's happening below me.
Because that's how video games work in 2 dimensions.
Yeah, like this does not, on the top of the screen, you will just be facing the camera, just walking in place.
Yes.
On the bottom screen, the same avatar is going left. And it's not super high fidelity. So, like, yes, you have kind of wild hair to differentiate yourself, but it's not, you're not like a different color. Like, there's not that very ways to differentiate yourself.
Well, I mean, the color on the ZX Spectrum is its own topic. I have no idea who picked the palette for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty confusing. But just going around this house fucking everything up is pretty fun. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. One of my favorite real life complete bastardisms, I probably told it multiple times, I'm just going to say it again though because it's germane, is my friend Clint. So me and my friends Clint and Duke and Eric in our early 20s would get drunk and crash parties and would go to like college parties that we were not invited to. And then Duke, my friend Brian, once he got drunk enough, he would say ransack, and like ransack was like a code word, and that meant like go cause havoc, basically. Okay. Which meant like a lot of things. The distinct memory that I have of it, the 2 or like 3 events that were bastardry that I did that were part of the ransack kind of family, is at one party when we took everyone had taken their shoes off at the door. It was like this like shitty townhouse.
Right.
And we took their shoes and put a bunch of the shoes in the toilet tank. Like one by one, like hid people's shoes.
You upper decked their shoes?
Yeah, we upper decked their shoes. Mostly to hide them.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, they're not going to look there.
Yeah.
And then like turned up the heat. And then.
Turning up the heat is so good in a house full of drunk people.
Yep. And then opened up, they had like a Brita thing and you could access it. It wasn't just, I know what it was. They said to change the water on the Brita thing. So we took the old thing off and then poured a bunch of beer in the reservoir and then put the water on top of the thing.
So you ruined their water filter.
Basically ruined a water filter.
Yeah.
And then as the drunkenness got on, the kind of ransacking got less clever until eventually what we grew to find out that in this apartment complex, they had moved in, but it was a new apartment complex.
Okay.
And several of them were not open yet. And one of them that was not open yet to be shown was unlocked.
Okay.
So we're like in this empty apartment and stuff, and we all pissed in the fridge. So that was our bastardry. But the crowning glory of bastardry was my friend Clint being over the house and just ransack time to do. And he went in their bathroom, pissed, came out and he took the top off of a talcum powder thing and just waved it and emptied out talcum powder into the hallways he's walking out.
That's fucking evil.
Leaving a huge cloud that he walked, like emerging from a mist. Well, it gets better. I told you the story, but I don't blame you if you forgot. And then one of the guys whose house this was, and these weren't like our friends, like we're doing this like the basic strangers, right?
Right.
Was like, man, you got to get that broom and clean that up. And then Clint, without thinking about it, guided by the gods, reached into a closet, grabbed the broom, broke it over his knee and said, "You ain't cleaning shit." Which remains one of the funniest things that I think anyone has ever done. It's just so spiteful and mean.
You ain't cleaning shit.
It's so good. Like, it is so good. And it's like, would I do that now? Not in a million years. Like, no. I'm not 22. You know, I'm not, like, I was just like, that was kind of the crew. Like, we're all kind of assholes.
Yeah.
You know, and that was just kind of the drunken, you know, and we also were drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that was the kind of drunken shenanigans we got into. And that was my party days involved shit like that. It's very funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time ransacking was like stealing somebody's TV remote control, stuff like that. Like, it wasn't
right.
It wasn't quite as like involved as
it didn't draw as much attention as
somebody sadly buying a broom from the Super Walmart at like 2 a.m. You know, so
they can still use the broom though.
It'd be very difficult.
Hell yeah.
So I think they're back.
Man, that's really good. The closest thing that I have to that, I did, you know, I did crash a bunch of parties with housemates mostly. It was like frat things, you know. Who do you know here? Brian. Okay.
Yeah.
You go in. All of them always got busted by the cops though, you know, because you shouldn't have drinking parties or whatever. So I ended up jumping over fences and going back home disappointed. But the closest I ever got to that was the party I went to where we decided to steal the keg or endeavor to steal the keg. So we just would walk by the keg and then we would move it a couple of inches every time. we ultimately didn't get the keg clear of eyesight, but just the idea of like just every time you go up, just like sliding it a little bit every time.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah,
like very Metal Gear.
Yep.
You know, just yeah.
I didn't get into a lot of ransacking. I mean, like at our house in college, we had a little bit. Like one of our favorite pastimes was breaking bottles on the front porch.
Sure, that's like a ransack activity.
Yeah. Just when I forget what we'd say, but we would just go and then we'd throw the bottle down, and then I think the first person to go to sleep would be the person who had to sweep it up in the morning.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's funny how you get older and like that kind of stuff has absolutely no appeal to me now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just kind of like at the time it was just kind of like fun and good and just, you know, it wasn't even peer pressure. Like it wasn't, you know, I don't remember anybody ever having to put pressure on me.
Mm-hmm.
It was more just like being a creature of id where if somebody suggested something, like, yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, here's an outlandish suggestion. Like, yes, that is just the merest like push in any direction. It's like I'm floating in gravity, you know, in zero gravity.
Yeah. I mean, just like all it takes is the suggestion and then it immediately goes from like, this has never been a part of my world to why would I do anything else?
Yeah. This has to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fascinating, like as kind of a construct, you know, and I don't think I've met like, you know, I want to say like, oh, it's like, you know, some people don't grow out of that. It's shitty, but I just don't know anybody who hasn't really grown out of it.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it definitely happens.
Like,
I
mean, would you be friends with somebody who like just you were at a party with them, you know, just like if you were at like you know, another friend's like kid's first birthday party and, you know, just like, oh, they're getting ready to have the little infant eat the cake badly. And they just said ransack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he goes and just like wraps duct tape around the mom and says, you ain't nursing shit.
He just covers the tit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I want to answer like, no, I wouldn't.
Right.
There's a strong possibility I'd be MK Ultra at that point and would have to respond to the ransack code word in that context.
You would be activated.
Yeah, there's a very strong possibility of that. So I like to think no. The better angels of my nature say no.
You know, it is a thing where you can have a fixer-upper friend, right?
Yeah,
yeah. And sometimes you're going to be dragged along on your fixer-upper friends' adventures.
But even then, right? Like as you get older, like my tolerance for fixer-upper friends has gone down.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like way down. Like I knew a guy. I'm not going to name names, but at a friend's housewarming party, they had a guy there that they hung out with who, and I'm, you know, this was the last couple of years, right? So I'm like 36. And was like kind of low key trying to start a fight, and it was a daytime barbecue. Like it was just like, oh, like this is a housewarming thing. we're all in our mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
You know, and you are like way drunker than everyone else, and is kind of like half-heartedly kind of like trying to start a fight with people just from your chair, like just. And I'm like, man, I just, you know, and I didn't want to like make my friend feel bad who invited this guy, and like he was a friend of a friend of my buddies, and it's like, oh no, it's actually kind of complicated, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just like, in no way, in no universe, right? Like if this were just me, like I just probably wouldn't be friends with that dude. Like I can't have somebody over at my house who's like trying to start fights. It's irresponsible to your other friends.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
You know, and I think that, you know, that's probably a kind of person, the kind of person who, like, in their head, the distance between fun and violence is way shorter than
way
about
shorter.
to be. Yeah. Or like the distance between mischief and violence in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. You know, whereas like a simple ransack, like if that guy was just like, hey, I'm going to take the batteries out of their remote control and flush them down their toilet, you know, like that's not friendship ending material to me.
Right.
Like that's a fixer upper. Like that's somebody I might be like, hey man, you shouldn't do that. Cause like you may not know it, but that actually fucks up plumbing in a way that's, you know, like toilets are complicated. To Wikipedia, let's go. You know, I'm gonna explain toilets to you.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, no, like it's not just a matter of like this house. It's a matter of the city. Like, you know, you're gonna fuck up the municipal waterworks. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know. I never gotten into a bunch of ransacking stuff, but that's fine.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
No need to ransack as an adult.
Not anymore.
A time to ransack.
Yeah.
Don't gather your ransacks while you may.
But this is good.
This is cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. So like there is some game facts in this, but you know, just a little bit.
Sad.
What's that?
It's a lot of people. It's sad. It's like a lot of people past the prime just being like, any bastards out there, fart, and just like nothing happening. You know,
it's like it's the remnants of a community that used to be much more hopping than it is, and people just trying to get the band back together.
Yeah, it's very The World's End, but as a game facts message board. You know,
but I mean, we need to draw the attention to a thing ... by Pukistan.
I don't think I have that. So
yeah. So this is a response to somebody at _Emmy_. And I went back and I tried to find the genesis of this, but it is like a huge essay in response to, I think maybe like Emmy push back on something Pukistan has done in this How to Be a Complete Bastard roleplay group. It's not a long-winded way of trying to justify sexist behavior. It's just an explanation that was admittedly gimped by the character limit of these messages to give you a possible explanation why people may feel the way they feel, assuming you aren't going to take it at face value that Anita is a pretty horrible person, which she has proven on more than one occasion. All of this is one sentence, and then a parenthetical. I have no idea how she's found such a group of gullible individuals to follow her and cult-like mentality that seems to follow feminism, but she has. So this is a month ago, and this person is still talking about Anita Sarkeesian. Okay,
that's too soon and too much.
Yeah. And then so like just it continues on. Lastly, a censorship mind state is a definite sign of an inability to defend your own views, and those unwilling/unable to openly debate their own views are the true intellectual cowards. And it ends with, so adios for now. And then in asterisk, like a roleplay cue, tips his fedora.
Oh, goodness.
So this person like created this topic, pinned it, and then closed it. So anybody who came to this would see his response to like his mic drop moment about I think feminism.
Sure. Yeah. This is being a complete bastard has a different context.
Yes.
If this is what it is, like there are definitely people who are actual harmful shitheads online who just consider themselves like lads. You know, like just kind of participating in this stuff. And
very well, my drooks.
Yeah.
And this is like next to like somebody named Fat Bastard posting I farted and then just wafts.
Yeah, he wafts the fart. Yeah. That was the stuff that I saw most of.
Yes.
You know, which I appreciate more. So, thanks everybody.
Thanks
specifically to Jerry Kahn for this episode. Brought back some memories of wild youth days.
Yeah.
And thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, thank you very much. If you would like to support us, go to patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv. You could be like Jerry Kahn and donate at a certain tier to dictate an episode, to demand that we play something. And now that we've successfully played a ZX Spectrum game, we can probably, do more of them.
Yeah. I mean, this one played online on archive.org. That's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
For those things, because we do ask for multiple picks because we want stuff that we can actually emulate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, please do so. Hit us up with weird stuff. Patronize us. Tell your friends. Ratings, reviews, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably about it.
I think so.
So until next time.
That dog's a bastard.
Yeah, they're bastard dogs as well.
Yeah. No.
Try
again. We can try again next time. We're going to get it sometime, Gary.
Yeah, we're between sign-offs right now, and we need you to get off our case.
Yeah.
We've already come up with a better sign-off.
Give us some goddamn room is all that I need.
Yeah.
Just like a second.